So, President, you can take over.
And David's with us.
Hi, David.
Hello, is that Gloria? Chris?
Yes.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
And David's got sunglasses for Florida.
Yeah. I'm in traffic here. So how do I say hello in Arua?
Emi.
Eme?
Ngoni.
Ngoni.
Emi.
Ngoni.
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 Ngoni o. Amamuke.
Ngomio. Amamuke.
Yes. Emi Ngoni. I'm typing it there. That's the greeting. It means how are you?
Okay.
And what are you speaking
And
in
then
Arua?
respond
What is your language there?
that we are well.
Hello.
Good morning, Madam President. It's your meeting. Good afternoon.
Good morning to you. I was a little bit late. I was still preparing the updates. Sorry for that. Thank you very much. We are going to start the fellowship. We have started. The order will go like that. The Rotary Grace, I will say the Rotary Grace. Letaru will say loyal toast. Lenny Christine will say for waiters. Object of Rotary will be said by Innocent. Then Adiru Beatrice will say for us the final toast. Can we stand up for the order of fellowship? Thank you very much, the Rotary Grace, for what we have received and what we are about to receive. May we be truly thankful and ever mindful of the needs of the less privileged. Amen. Pardon, is your turn.
To His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda.
To His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda.
Then Christian.
Before we test, we are going to say it all together. Of the things we think, say, and do. 1, is it the truth? 2, is it fair to all concerned? 3, will it build goodwill and better friendships? 4, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you, Len Christine. Can we sit down as the Innocent goes with the
Thank you, the President. The object of Rotary. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as the basis of what the enterprise encourage and foster. First, the involvement of acquaintance as an opportunity of service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions. The recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal business and community life. Fourth, the development of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Innocent. I want to thank everyone for having turned for the meeting. We are going to the updates. Today's update happens to be the progress of latrine construction in the 12 villages. The other one is Mususu, report from Mususu well driller, how far they have reached. The other update is about mega fellowship, which will be in Kitigo. These are the three we are going to talk about. First of all, I want to begin the meeting by introduction. I think we have those on the line. We shall welcome them to introduce themselves, after which we shall proceed with our updates. I see David, Mama, Joyce, Chris, Gloria, they are online. They can introduce themselves. Thank you.
Good morning. This is Joyce in Oregon. Thank you for permitting me to come to your meeting.
Thank you very much, Mama Joyce. We are glad to see you for the meeting. Thank you.
And Chris back in Kansas. Miss you already.
Wow.
Thank you.
Gloria in
this is-
Germantown, Maryland. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria.
I'm David Bilby, Rotarian in Florida, and it's nice to see you, Madam President, and the Yumbe Club.
Well, thank you very much, David, for joining us.
Special greetings to Innocent. I think I see
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I'm Helene Dudley in Miami, also in Florida, and also very happy to be here with you all.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Helen, for being with us. I will welcome you for our fellowship. Thank you. If I'm not mistaken, I think that is all with those online. That will bring us to our updates. We are going to look at updates on latrine construction. Last time we had seen that Morudu and Oyaru, they had already completed their latrines. Odroki was left with only one latrine. So I'm going to ask Innocent to give for us some brief update on how the progress has reached since last week. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, the President, for giving me this opportunity. I'm just going to present to you the summary of the progress of the latrines and the wells so far constructed. So in these 12 villages, I really need to thank the team who are really supportive for the progress of this construction of the latrine and drilling of the well. Special thanks goes to Chris for his visit. It has really changed a lot of things. There was really high progress in the construction of the latrines. At the same time, also the drilling of the well. So I can even see right now, I think those of Badiru can be able to tell us more. They have already finished one well in Oyaru. And then almost they have finished. Even this morning, Gift came and picked the pipes, including pedestal and everything to go and install the second well in Oyaru. So I think that is a very good progress. And in summary, to to tell you the progress of the construction of the latrine. I can start with Morudu. That was the first village who really struggled to complete the latrines, where they have been already served with 4 wells. And then also within there, I can see this morning, I also reached to one of the well in Morudu. I don't know what is happening. And in that well, I think the technical people will be able to tell us there is that one well, and I tried to pump it. It only pumped, I think 5 liters, and then it stopped. It has to stay for some minute. It also pumped like 5 liters to 10 liters. So I think they should have been maybe the teams to tell us what could be the problem, because last time they also, such a thing happened, they went and they rectified. That was why the wells were doing very well. So in Morudu, 50 latrines are already completed. And then Midonga have already finished their latrine. That is 50 already, where we went and moved to all those latrines. So that is really very great. And then Boma Apiare, that is the village. So far they have constructed 24 latrines and they are left with 6 latrines. And then Oyaru has constructed 60 latrines already completed. And then China have already constructed 50. They are still remaining with 5. I was asking when they had told us the deadline, but why it has arrived at this time. But they told me, you know, in a community, some people, it is very hard for them to pick information and to respond faster. So they are going to follow up these 5 people in China to make sure that by next week meeting, and then they will have to report that their latrines are completed. And coming to East Yumbe, I think East Yumbe, they had also promised us they will at least finish their latrine on 25th. But to my dismay, I reached there yesterday. I found 18 plate covers are still in the place where they were made. So I think if there is going to be one village, East Yumbe, that will mean that we shall be able to follow them seriously to see why they are not active in constructing their latrine. That is in Yumbe, East Yumbe. That means they have not constructed yet one latrine. Then Adunga village, that they have constructed 22 already, and they are left with the 23 to be completed, which they promised again they will complete it before Ramadan starts. And then Injua still has 35 latrines. 10 latrines are remaining in Injua. Odropi, this morning I went up to Chicago, and I really found that the latrine is actually cleared and the roads leading to the latrine. I think he has really got us very well and has already finished the latrine. That means Odropi has already fixed to 30 latrines already completed. These are all with hand washing facilities installed. And then Kenya has 38 constructed, and then 2 are still remaining. 1 is for the public toilet, that is for the mosque. So I don't know when something is for public, but people's response is always a little bit low. So they have constructed it. I showed it this morning. It doesn't reach even at the window level. It is still down. So I think, Lady Christine, you are there to push that. You know, public, it is very important they will be able to learn even more on hand washing facilities, so they can spread that hand washing facility to other villages who have not benefited. So that is about Kenya. And then Kenya has 44 latrines completed. They are left with the 26. But what they are facing is the bottles for making hand washing facilities. And here in Yumbe town, those bottles are very free. And I've got 40 of them. Tomorrow morning, I will take these 40 bottles for them in Kenya to see that they install all those hand washing facilities in those latrines. And then lastly, we have Luzira. Luzira has constructed 56. As I talk now, their chairperson told me they are just in the construction of the remaining of the 4. So hopefully, I think by next Wednesday, we shall be able to achieve a lot. So when you look at all this in terms of percentage, we have so far achieved 79.8%. So that is really very great in that shortest time. I think that is all what I can say. But about wells, so far 5 wells are already in place. Only 1 in Morudu, which is still in process. Then the last one is in the process of installation. So by next week, hopefully the Muzuzu teams will be in position to complete the wells in Oyaru and then shift to another village. That is all what I can report. Thank you so much, President. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Innocent. We are really privileged to see that our percentage at least has reached 70, almost reached 80. We are privileged with that spirit. We want it to continue. Now we want to come back to Muzuzu Pillars to at least talk about the other well in Morudu and about how and about the steps or how long they are going to take in Oyaru now, because we need to set a target so that we may complete the wells in time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. This is Muzuzu chairperson talking. We are going on well in Morudu. We drilled 4 boreholes. 3 are functioning and 1 is functional partly. This functioning partly is one of the wells which is drilled at the high level with the water level very low, but imagine putting 6 pipes. That doesn't mean that the well is completely dry. The well produces water. When you pump in the morning, you can pump many jerrycans, at least 5 jerrycans, but when it reaches during the day, when sun is now hot, that is when you pump maybe 1 or 2 jerrycans. We assume it is perfect clean water. It means the water is there clean, not even mud blocking the filter. So it means the water level is affected by the sun. So it means during rain season, the community will get abundant water. By next year, reaching up to this time, we will now find that the water is plenty and it is not going to dry again with our experience. In the Oyaru, we have so far drilled 2 boreholes. As we came for the meeting, we left the rest of the members installing the casing pipes this evening. By tomorrow, we are installing the pipes and building the construction around the borehole by Friday. And then by next week, by Monday, we are shifting to the last site in Oyaru. And as we are shifting to Oyaru, we have also placed our request for the next material for the Odrox village. We have already requested for the materials. Any other thing that you want me to answer?
Yeah, I want you to add something on that well of Morudu. Does it mean that we are going to wait for the rain so the water level improves, or there's another alternative? According to the sources I heard, the community members are not satisfied of that water. What do you say about that? Do we wait for the rain, or you have another alternative program for that?
That well is already constructed, fully, everything is already connected, pipes are already connected permanently. There's no way that we are going to go back and drill the same borehole. It is installed. The reality is that there's water there, only the water level is very low. So we have to wait for the rain, which is going to start very soon.
Okay.
Unless if the community wants to do their own, we have tried our best. From 5 pipes, we have gone up to 6 pipes extra. So we couldn't go even up to 10 because number of pipes are not enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good. If it is like that, we need to be open to them. Anytime maybe you or Innocent goes there, should talk to them and tell them that in the future, this water is going to be okay. And when the rain comes, we need to console them. Otherwise, they may not have that good heart for us. Thank you. Another thing you need to add, Adi? Okay, I think that has been the discussion about progress of latrine and Morudu drillers. I now want to welcome those online to at least say something about what we have been discussing here. Yeah, Gloria, you're most welcome to say whatever you have.
Thank you, President. Thank you, President. I want to make a comment on that one well in Morudu. One of the to-do lists, one of the items I asked Chris to help handle was that well in Morudu. But I am surprised that as soon as Chris boarded the bus last Wednesday, then I got a phone call from Rukia saying we should solve that problem. We should stop paying the Morudu well drillers because the community are not happy. The water is not coming. I said, why tell me? When that's one of the issues I'd asked Chris to look at. And I'd even asked the Morudu well team to invite the district water officer, maybe to give a technical opinion on what can be done. So I was really disappointed and upset when I got a phone call and I said, I'm so far away. I don't know what the problem is. I cannot explain, and there's nothing I can do when I'm so far away. So it's really upsetting to hear that there's a problem and the community are not happy. I cannot explain. I don't know what actually happened at that well. So it would really be good maybe to get a technical opinion of how it should be solved. That aside, I want to congratulate the team for moving on well. It seems the wells in Oyaru are moving faster, and if by today we have 2 boreholes and they are going to be built within this week, and the 3rd well will be drilled, so that will be good. I hope that the remaining villages will go as fast as this has happened. Of course, each village and each location has its own geomorphological issues, so we cannot tell until we reach there. But at least the Oyaru wells have gone fast, and that is good. We have already seen the requisition for Odropi. We are going to take care of it, and I have looked through the requisitions that Letaru has posted on the WhatsApp. I'm going to approve them so that tomorrow the signatories in Arua can do the wire transfer the money, and also maybe to do the requisition from Jambo Sokoni. So that is going to be taken care of. Maybe there was one other issue on the wells. I see that in one of the villages in Oyaru, there has been an inscription on the, this is constructed by this. So there is a standard way global grants are supposed to be branded. So the rotary wheel must be there, and the number of the global grant must be there. So please, I'm asking the Mzuzu well drillers, don't scribble things. Let's agree on a standard branding, which is going to be put in all the 37 wells, so that we have the number. Putting global grant is not enough. You need maybe to put the number of the global grant. And also let's have a standard agreement on what should be written there at each of those wells. So that is what I wanted to say about the wells and the progress so far. And I hope the villages that are remaining with the incomplete latrine construction can measure up to their pledges they gave when Chris was there. They all agreed by end of this month, which is 2 days to go, they are going to complete the construction of the pit latrines. I hope they will measure up to their pledges that they made. Thank you.
Okay, let me respond to what Gloria has said. Gloria, thank you so much for the branding of those boreholes. Actually, we just did them on our own, and we are capable. We are going to wrap them off. And what I think we are going to do is we are going to make maybe a small metallic plate whereby everything will be written on it and will be inserted at the borehole, including the coding. Thank you so much. We shall work on that together with you. And we have also received an invoice from Sedu, that is to Musuzu, paying the house rent worth 800,000 Ghana cedis. I don't know how we are going to deal with this. From the beginning, at the memorandum of understanding, we know that the storage will be paid, but the equipments which will be stored in the store are not the Mzuzu equipments, because at this moment we are called on to do any activity with these instruments, thinking that the instruments belong to Rotary and the global grant. So concerning this invoice, I don't know what the best answer will be and where the payment will come from. Thank you so much. And we have also submitted, as we requested last week, that we would like to pay our labor at every borehole. So we have also submitted a request to Letaro. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lenny, for your response. I think for the other question, you will also need a response from Gloria. Gloria, can you help us in that?
I'm looking for the MOU. I will respond. And for
It's okay.
the requisition for Oyaru, you are going to be paid. I think I responded to that already.
Okay. Okay, as Gloria looks for the MOU, any other person who would like to add can talk to us. Yes, David, you are most welcome.
Thank you, Madam President. Greetings to everybody there. One of my questions is regarding the water filters. Have they all been distributed? Does everybody have water filters now? And how are they working? If they do, what's the percentage of functioning rate on the ones that are out there?
I think, yes, that is a very good question, Eddie. Via the issue of the filters, I witnessed that in Midionga. I'm really very grateful, and I am going to combine that even in our monthly report, how really those teams are working together, and I sure they are sharing the same one filter. You find 4 people coming with the carrying 5-liter jerry can, others carry 10 liters, and then they come in one home and get the filters. I think that is a real very good because they were given only 15 filters versus 50 latrines. So that means the filters they have got are really very few, but they are working as a team, and each households come and then get the water. So that is one thing I've seen there happening in Midionga. In other villages, I've not seen that happening. Maybe they are becoming selfish because each gets the filter and then use it by herself or within just that household. So that is really a brief response to your question. So I think that is really very good about the filters. Wherever we reach, we find that those who have got, they are really using them. I think I can again pose this question to maybe if Rukia would be here. I was told, I think in our previous meeting about some filters still remaining. I think if we would also think about if they are there, those ones will be given out to help such a growing population in some of those villages. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Innocent. You know, when we went for the training, okay. Yeah, let me first finish, then I will welcome you, Chrissy. You know, when we went for the training, we had been telling these people as we brought them can bring peace, can unite in them. We are advising them to use the filters. If others are not having, they can come and they filter their water and take it for use. But if the other villages are not, we can still remind them. Those people who are not having filters should come and use with others so that they live together, it brings harmony. About the other filters, we had wanted to take in them. Remember that when we talked about the filters, Rukia lost the sisters was for the funeral, and Letar was not around. The office was locked. It was now not possible for us to budget those remaining buckets to take to the 3 villages like Luzira, Tanya, and Midonga. So hopeful by next week, we shall be able to take these filters to those people because it belongs to them. For sure, we know that the number given to them was very small. By next week, we shall give out those filters. Thank you. Now I want to welcome Chris to say what he has for us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Just 2 things. One, the ratio of the filters is 1 per 4 families. So if any village does not have 1 per 4 families, then please give them the additional filters. The other is, as the Mizusu well drillers get more experience with the equipment and with trees and the terrain and so on, do you find that you're able to reasonably quickly find a good place to drill a well? Is it helping to know the types of trees to look for? Are you looking for lower places, not the highest place in the village?
Yeah.
That's all.
Thank you.
So Lenny, Christine, go ahead.
Thank you so much. We physically saw those trees when you saw them for us on WhatsApp. And exactly that's how we have gone in Oyaro. And one of the wells we identified was next to that tree. And then the other one is also in the low-lying land. That's where we have got plenty of water faster. In Oyaro, it's okay. But you know, Morudu is generally a high place. I think God wanted to make a mountain there, but he failed. Yeah, and that's why it remained a higher land. But we tried our best and we achieved our results there. We tried so much by putting more pipes for them. But these casing pipes and even the GI pipes in Morudu, we actually did wonderful. But nevertheless, we shall still follow them up and see what to do. I personally will get the water officer from the district, and he will advise us on what to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris, for that response. If there's anyone who would like to add, I welcome the person. Yeah, if it is not there, I have information here. This year's mega fellowship will be in Kisumu, and it will start on 28th to 2nd March. At least 2 people from Rotary Club of Yumbe will be going, because this time we don't have money. Getting the crisis here, we cannot take like the other year. We went, 5 of them went to Arua. At least the distance was near. Now, since that one is very far, 2 people will be going to attend in Kisumu. We shall travel tomorrow evening. Then we shall go together with the Arua Club. We shall go to attend the mega fellowship in Kisumu. That was the information I want to give you. Okay. And now there was issue left with the MOU. I don't know whether, Gloria, you have now got the copy. If you have got it, you can respond to the other question Lenny Christine will raise. Thank you.
President, we can solve that out. I'm looking through the signed MOU. I don't see the clause, but we can do that outside the meeting.
It's okay. Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Martha Juma, Secretary for Care Parents Swimming Group. In a special way, I would like to appreciate Mr. Innocent for taking his time to move from the community around Morudu to see that the latrine construction is complete. I'm really very grateful for that. And as a matter of fact, yeah, I've gone to the ground to see that. And as a community, we have sat for consultative meetings to see that the drilling team that is going to
to come, is going to be supported. And we are going to have a number of meetings to see how best we can raise some money to support the building team. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Smaka Juma. That one has been a word of appreciation. We also have chairpersons from different villages here. They will equally add their voice on what we are discussing here. Like in Midonga, who have already finished their latrines, they will be saying something or welcoming the Muzuzu drillers or what they will do that. Thank you very much. I think from our side here, all have been discussed. If there's any other information apart from what have been discussing here, I welcome the person to add. Okay. Innocent want to respond to.
Yeah, I just remember the one thing about in our previous meeting where Gloria had talked about writing the position for the supervision and monitoring, and I delayed a bit. Why I delayed a bit is, to do the right thing at the right time needs certain things to be in place, whereby we shared with Chris about how much should be paid per kilometer. However, the motorbike, which is for SEDOC, I'm using, didn't have the meter reading. But lately enough, I fixed that. And now I've so far moved in 2 villages using it, and it is now reading the kilometers covered correctly. I think that is going to be really a little bit fine, whereby you will know this is the kilometer you have covered, and this should be much you'll be paid. So how many times I've visited? So I think that is why it has been delayed. And I would like to also take this special thanks to the TCP Global, that is Helen, for making really SEDUC sustainable in terms of interest earned from the larger loans. So as I talk now, the supervision have been moving from one village to another has been the interest earned so that it can be used very quickly and reach to the village and so on. But the good thing is the meter reading is now very okay. Even previously, if it has not been covered, but still it can be known per village. If you can ride and you reach to the village and you move around and then you come back, how many kilometers is that? That will be very easy to calculate. So that is only my appreciation to TCP Global. Thank you. Over to the president.
Thank you very much, Innocent. We have Helen here. Maybe she has something to be said. Okay.
I guess for once I don't really have anything to say. I'm waiting for our money to come in so we can send our funds to several groups in Yumbe. I see that you're finding problems, but you all seem to work together to find solutions, and so I'm just a spectator today. my head is I'm distracted because I have 2 big meetings coming up that I'm trying to get ready for. So I'm a little distracted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gloria has her hand raised.
Yeah, Gloria, you're most welcome.
President, I remembered that Chris asked whether the banks give soft loans, green loans for solar panels. So I did write a message to the manager of Centenary in Arua and Yumbe, and both of them responded that they do offer green energy loans, such as solar loans, power connection loans, agricultural loans, especially for purchase of irrigation equipment. So the banks are able to give those. So it will be good maybe when the solar panels that Helen talked about, and maybe if the specifications can be shared with the bankers, maybe they can do something to sell, to give green loans for purchase of those solar panels. So that was
Yeah, those solar panels were donated and they're not able to be sold. They needed to be donated. So we thought maybe if we donated them to if people receive them for free but in exchange for making a donation to build that community center that you wanted to build, that maybe we could work something out that way, but they can't actually be outright sold. Or maybe they could be given to Bitty Bitty Refugee Camp in exchange for facilitating transport of innocent and other people out back and forth to Bitty Bitty, or maybe in exchange for the women getting access to some tillable land in Bitty Bitty Camp, but we can't actually sell them. And I've asked them several times for the specs. I keep asking them. I'm sorry that hasn't come through.
And our brother Moses Musitwa, water cadre for Uganda, has joined us. Moses, did you have anything? Maybe Moses has been in a meeting somewhere else.
Yeah, I would like to just add that I'm concerned about the women drilling wells during Ramadan and not being able to drink or eat. Can they do some of this work at night, or what are they going to do to protect their health while they're drilling during Ramadan?
Hello.
We hear you, Moses.
Oh, apologies. Joining late. Moses Musitwa, my club is Rotary Club of Chambogo, and I specifically thank the women in Yumbe for what they are doing to disseminate and transmit water to the farthest end possible. I had discussed a little bit with Chris about an activity that is going to happen in Uganda, in Kampala, in Luzira at Ministry of Water and Environment. That is the Uganda Water Week. And these Rotary clubs in Uganda have been tasked to demonstrate, to share experiences and learning curves on aspects of water supply, sanitation, and the environment in the Water Week. And as a team, we chose to demonstrate aspects of low-cost technologies. That's how Rotary Club of Yumbe was mentioned by Governor Ann, and I know Gloria can prepare them to do something. There are aspects of water filtration, which my club Chambogo shall be handling. There are aspects of large scaling up and others. But I get onto this call specifically to interest members of Rotary Club of Yumbe. First, thank you You are a unique brand within the Rotary family of what you're doing and also the RCCs. But then now sharing what you know is what Rotary does, that there is an element we need to either share or call it market what we are doing for easy uptake within the country. I would interest the president, members, and greatly the service project chair to consider this. It is between 17th March to the 21st of March 2025, and it is targeting to, as Rotary, we've made it to participate, starting with a small exhibition tent, which we've got to pay for, to brand, to produce materials for dissemination, and to have at least 2 people, 1 per district, participating in that for 1 week. But I also wanted to run a side event, which is greatly about having a 1-day side event, they give you a room, LCD projectors and all that, and then you market it within the system and you get people attending. Usually target is about 60 people to 100, the size of the room, where we needed to be doing some dissemination of findings of what Rotary clubs have done in Uganda in water, and Rotary clubs have done in Uganda in environment. If I can share statistics, in only 2024-25, our Rotary district has 38 projects in water supply and sanitation, and 72 projects in environment conservation, promotion, studies, and all that. That is only using 1 year. That is a lot that we can, 1, document, 2, share for other people, but then 3, 2 major things. We want to use it as partnership engagement with communities in Uganda, and also to increase recruitment, professional recruitment of potential members to join Rotary. So those are the 2 major objectives: to develop more partnerships, recruit more people, but also disseminate the little that is have. So in our working meetings between the 2 districts, the Yumbe Club has come out prominently as having something that can be shared, and given the fact that it is about women as a majority, maybe you'll interest other women in other parts of the country to take it on, to learn from you and do the others. So that was the reason I joined this call as I'm traveling, but I wanted to share something and interest the Rotary Club of Yumbe and other stakeholders to consider participating in the Water Week, which is the 3rd week of March next month. Unfortunately, for those who have to pay, the system requires those who want to pay for the whole week pay 250,000 Uganda shillings. That is from Monday to Friday, including travels, lunch, and all that. And the deadline is this Friday, but we can find a waiver around it, since the people who are in the system are also Rotarians. President, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for what you have been telling us. It is good that you have reminded us. We shall also get some information from
For allowing me to hold it taken too long.
Yeah, we shall also ask Gloria to guide us on what we are going to do It is a pleasure that you joined us and we got the very important information from you. About the women
President?
drilling. Yes, please.
I request that Rotarian Moses puts all that information in an email so that we can follow up. Yeah. Let
It's
him put
okay.
formally, let him put it in an email.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, about the women drilling during Ramadan. You know, these women are very strong. Normally, even if they are not drilling, they are at home digging, they are fetching water, doing everything. They are going to do that work perfectly. There's no worry about them. They are here, they can even talk about themselves. But what I know, they are very strong. They are going to make it. Thank you.
Okay, I just don't want them to put the pressure for the deadline over their health.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
And there's a member here I want to say something. Member, you're most welcome.
It's just one or two questions, because actually I'm not satisfied of the way this is. The other lady was saying the actual pipes for a well is 5, and I was trying to ask myself, we had the well there, whereby there were some organizations who drilled the well there, and then they didn't get the water we expected. Then they withdrew from that place and went and drilled another borehole. And they left that place there, and they told us that the water which is there can be given like 500 liters per day. So the meter down there, they told us it was 25 meters down. Then I was trying to ask, this is 5, whatever, this 5 pipes, can it make that? Oh, they are going to build another. That is 1. 2, one aspect of needing these boreholes is mostly in a dry season whereby everyone wants water. If it comes to rain season, whereby some people can collect this water from the rain and they use it. They just go there to borehole to collect just like one jerrycan for just whatever to drink. The rest, they can use whatever, the rainwater. Now, our most focus was, this borehole was going to help us during dry season. And if it is this case whereby this lady was saying that it only produces 5 liters, and then they wanted 35 liters giving us now. So from there, I was not even happy of that. So can you clarify for us that, because we need water in dry season, not in rain season, because for us here we have tanks to collect sometimes water from the rain. Thanks.
Thank you very much for that question. You know, all what these people are doing, all what we are doing has been budgeted. When they talk about 5 pipes, 4 pipes, all those we are following the budget. That one shouldn't worry you, because you don't know how the day for your water there is going to be. I don't think whether you should get worried of that water in Morudu, because these are different places. But I cannot answer it all. We have the members here who are going to answer you. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for allowing me to answer the member. One, as the president has talked, we have a budget. That's why we're working against that budget. But the budget does not also hold us fixed that we shouldn't amend anything. And that's why we have gone as far as inserting more 6 pipes in the Morudu. Our interest is making sure that the water should be accessible. 2, our interest of making sure that we do our drilling during dry season is that we have to reach to the water table at least. We must reach to the water table and get whether it is 5 jerrycans in a day, 10 jerrycans in a day, 20 jerrycans in a day. It means that during but you don't need to go and collect water from the springs. Spring water.
Yumbe is frozen.
I was wondering if it was me or them.
Would it be reasonable to suggest that they revisit Morudu after they finish doing all the other wells, since they're back?
So may I ask, including the well we drilled in July, have we only done 4 wells in Morudu? We drilled a well in July with Stephen. How many wells is that we've done in Morudu? Is it only 4?
So now we have 5. We have 5 wells in Morudu now.
So we promised them 4 and we gave them 5. But
Yes.
one of them was given out of P2P money alone, not through the grant. I will donate that well to the grant.
Of course.
They will smile for that one. They will smile for that one. I know.
The other thing that it is important to note, one is time for the meeting to end. However, the other thing is we are continually improving how we locate the wells and how we drill the wells. Unfortunately, we're not born knowing everything, and we have to learn as we work. So we're using the machine better, and we're looking for lower places in the community, and we're looking for the trees that we know indicate that there's a water supply. So as time goes, we will be better in providing good water, not worse. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that one will now bring us to the end of the meeting.
Hello. May I say something?
Yeah.
I just want to say, I see all of your hard work. Chris shared some video, which I shared with my club. Don't forget to celebrate all your small victories. You're doing amazing work. So I continue to applaud you, applaud you, applaud you. You are an inspiration to the world, really. So it's so wonderful to see you. So wonderful. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for appreciating us.
And perhaps if it's too costly to go to that Rotary convention or conference that Moses talked about, maybe they could use the video that Chris made with maybe some text added to it to show what you have done. because I don't know how costly it is to get to the event, but they could still share your work.
Mm. Yeah, thank you. We are going to ask, I don't know whether he has heard, Moses has heard, because we wanted him, as Gloria said, to send for us those information in email so that we can follow it up.
Yes, I did hear, and I'm going to send the email over that.
Okay, thank you.
And I have added in the chat the connections for both the private display at Water Week and the overall introduction and registration for Water Week. And we can think about having P2P contribute for a couple. My problem with sending members of the team right now is you're in the middle of the most important drilling time, and giving up that time to go to Kampala, I worry about. So then that's my big concern with Water Week. It's not paying for it, but pulling out members of the drilling team to go to Kampala during the time when it's most important to be drilling wells. That's
I
all.
agree with you,
Thank
Chris.
you.
That's a good point, Chris.
And that's true. So because it's quite a cost to move people, it will be ideal to minimize or to really select those who are going to be active at a best of 2 or 3, since there is urgent work which is pending.
Okay, thank you.
President, I agree with Chris. The timing is not convenient for the drilling team. And going to Ginger, even if you are going for 2-3 days, that's already 3 days in addition, because you can't come from Yumbe to Ginger in 1 day. You take 1.5 days, 1 day to Kampala and half day to Ginger. I mean, you will lose time. So in addition to, if you are going to be there for 2-3 days, you add another 3 days. So that's like 5 days gone. I agree with Chris that it's not best in the interest of the Global Grant and the Mzuzu Well team to be in Ginger in person. We can maybe share some of the videos, and that can be some of the videos and photos that can be put maybe on a projector, and it can be done like we do in other conventions or other conferences. You can just have PowerPoint slides or pictures of, we have so many of those pictures, so we can maybe avail it to Rotarians who will be there in a booth at the show, and they can be playing that. That is my suggestion. Thank you.
And following Gloria's suggestion, I put the link to the video with the Rotary music and so on it. It doesn't explain the 575 latrines and 575 hand washing stations and so on, but it does present what we've done.
Okay, Gloria, the week is celebrated in Kampala. It's a national week, not in Ginger for the DISCON. And this is in March, the DISCON is in April.
Thanks for the clarification, but still, even moving to Kampala from Yumbe, it's at least 18 hours.
Thank you for the invitation, and we'd love to participate next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I want to thank God for having brought us for the meeting and taking us through the 1 hour meeting. And now we have come to the end of the meeting. I want to ask God to protect everyone so that we come back for the next fellowship on Wednesday. I want to say, have a nice time. As we conclude, we are going to stand up for the final toast, which will be said by Adiru Business. Thank you.
I give you Rotary International.
Rotary World Over.
Cheers.
Thank you all for another great meeting, and it was a delight joining you. Well done. Okay, I will close the meeting unless someone has something that they need to say before we close.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, for hosting.
My honor.